Hi, it's Tim. Welcome back to the channel. While I've got the 64 out, what I want to do is retrobright the keycaps. So let's get to it. This is really only going to be a short video, so it's probably not going to go out on the main channel. But I've got some pots and a keycap puller, and let's just take these off. These have been bugging me for some time. That went on the floor somewhere. I shall have to look for that. I think for that I'm going to have to take the keyboard out. There we go. That will obviously need cleaning. And these you can see how yellowed they are. So I'm going to take these downstairs, give them a wash and a clean, and then we'll put them in the retrobright. PCBWay make printed circuit boards. They start at just $5 for a pack of 10, and they can be your own design from a Gerber file, or they can be shared projects from their shared project store. They also do PCB assembly, and they can do 3D printing and CNC machining and a whole lot of other services. Plus, they have a maker store where you can buy everything from test equipment to Tesla coils. So why not check them out? www.pcbway.com. So first off, what I'm going to do is just brush off the dirt from the keyboard into the sink. There we go, we can clean that with some IPA. Now, the keys. Put them into a jug and basically wash them in some warm water. And then we'll add some washing up liquid. And we'll leave them to soak for a while, and I shall go and have some lunch. Need gloves on for this bit. These have soaked for a while and I've given them a bit of a scrub. Let's just empty them out. Some liquid. Okay, now these are going to go into this bowl, because this bowl is big enough for the spacebar to lie flat, And then what we can do is cover it with some peroxide. Got quite a lot of depth here because I'm going to put the fish tank heater in there as well. So that'll do, just to heat it up, because that's all cold at the moment. Right, over to the retrobright box. Okay, so turn on the heat, turn on the light, shut the lid up. Here's a tip, don't put the pad that you want to use under your microphone. Right. So this is going to go over here. There we go, and we'll just leave it now. I took the keys out before I went to bed last night because I didn't want to leave them in the solution overnight. But looking at them this morning, yes, they are still a little bit yellowed, but I think on the whole they are a significant improvement, and I think I might just put them back into the case. I could put them back into the retrobright, but I think they've probably done enough. I don't need them to be perfect. They were just before, they were just yellow enough to bug me, but I think that is, yeah, you can see there's a difference, but I think that is still, compared to the inside. Whee! Don't throw them around. I think that is still good enough, so let's call that done. Back upstairs. So for the springs, what I did was simply gave them a brush with the good old dry brush, got rid of all the dust bunnies and shine them up a bit. Some people would put them into an ultrasonic cleaner, but I don't have one of those, so that is not an option. Right, so springs, keys. Actually, now they're upstairs, they do look a little bit more yellow, but we will go with what we've got. So now it's a matter of putting them back together. Where did that go? Okay, here it is. It fell on the floor before and it did not get retrobrighted. So the interesting thing is this can act as a control. It's a control. A control key that acts as a control. So that is a before and the rest of it is an after. I think that shows that it worked. I'm going to leave that like that. Maybe next time I retrobright something I'll do it, but for now that is it. Okay, so let's put the C64 back together. And there we are. Let's just plug it in and make sure it still goes. One day I'm going to do something about this power cable. It is horrible. Okay, 3, 2, 1. And nothing happens. Okay, I've taken the machine apart again. Now one thing I noticed, and you won't see it, and I'm not going to switch it back on, but on the power brick inside there, actually, if I switch it on, it's not plugged in. But you may see it, there is a light, an LED inside, which may come out on camera. And when I plug it in and switch it on, that LED goes out. So something is causing overcurrent protection on that power supply. So I'm going to have a look between 0 ground and plus 5 volts. The easiest way to do it is on the cassette port. So 5 volts, that's reading ohms, 0.1. That's as close to a dead short as... So, what can cause a dead short between plus 5 and ground? I guess one of the chips could have fried, but which one? Maybe a capacitor is shorted out? A lot of these little capacitors go between plus 5 and ground. Ah, could that be it? Have a look at that. It looks like the top has come off that capacitor. Compare it with the one next to it. So is that our problem? These are typically 100 nanofarads, so I have plenty of those. I can just pop a new one in and see if that sorts it out. Let's do that. These screws came out very manky. And in fact, you can see there's a lot of plastic crud on them, which is a bit worrying. It was a bit rusty. That was also kind of rusty. Then this one didn't come out, and you can see that the stud that it's tied, screwed into, has come off. So I may be able to glue that back on. Or maybe not. Okay, I think this is the first time I've actually had this board out. Because this machine worked basically first time, it never really got a look. So this is our problem capacitor, or possibly our problem capacitor. Let's take it out anyway. I'll switch the iron on. Let's just have him out. So let's just measure again across here. .5. Well, that's not a short, dead short. So let's measure out across here. That is not a short. Okay, so it does not look like that was the culprit. But let's put this replacement in. There we go. It's definitely different. Let's just see what happens. Don't know if you can see it, but the power LED is on. The power LED is still on. And there we go. So that was it. This capacitor had its head chopped off, and that was shorting it out. I don't know if that happened as part of me removing the keyboard or whether that was already there. I may well review the footage and see. But a simple retrobright has turned into a repair. I'll now put it back together again. Before we get too carried away, I'm going to try and repair this stud. So I've got some regular Loctite. Hopefully this will be enough. Let's put it on there. And then that should hold it. Leave it for a few minutes to set up and then try and screw the board together. It's had some time to dry now, so let's put this back in. Even more important with these kind of corroded screws to do the twisty back thing. Before I screw it down, I'm going to plug it in and give it one last check. Excellent, that is one C64 recapped, keycapped, retrobrighted. Control key is a control to show what it used to look like. I'm going to say that is by design. Ha ha ha. Yeah, right. One dead capacitor, and let's just put the last screws in and we are done. There we go. I hope you enjoyed the video. Please like it if you did, and subscribe if you have not already subscribed, and go and check out my Patreon, because there are early access videos and there are possibly even some exclusive videos up there. So, see you next time. See ya. Bye.